everybody. So I have been asked to do a video on my little HUE my little HUE camera here. This guy. Now as you know, I've had trouble with it before. Turns out it was the USB cable. I ended up getting two 6-foot USB cables. It uses this version. I don't know if the new ones are gonna, but this version uses a USB Mini B, is it called? It's the same one that is used on the Tascam DP32. I ended up buying a 2-pack of cables that go USB-C to this setup so that I could plug this into my computer, because I had extra USB-C spots on my computer and I wanted my Tascam to be plugged in. And this cable's like 6 feet long. I don't know how long the other one was, but it was the problem. That's why it didn't work. So what I have done here is, so I'll just show you the whole thing. This is the USB. So I've been asked by somebody watching in France. I think his name is Mark. Bonjour, comment ça va? Ça va bien. Okay, so that's my French lesson for today. So he wanted to know, using the HUE camera, where I set it. So what I have done is I have literally set up, and I'm going to show this to you here now. Here's my other camera, this guy right here. This is to give you an idea. So down on the bottom of the screen, so down there, that's this guy right here. So if I move it closer, you now get to see, I haven't turned this on. I'm going to turn it on. Hang on a sec. I got to turn some power bars on here. So I'm going to turn on my Tascam screen. So now turn off the light. There's a light on the HUE. You saw the reflection. So this is about how close I generally have it. I know it's not the biggest screen. I can switch the screens. Let me switch the screens for a second here for you. So if I do just the HUE camera, as I smack it, that is about generally how big I have the screen when I show it to you guys on videos. Let's go back to this one. So that is it's about one of my hands up. So what is that? That's about 3.5, 4 inches. I know that's not in centimeters. It's more than 10 centimeters. I know that. I don't have a ruler on me. I still work in inches, even though I'm Canadian. It's kind of a weird thing that Canadians do. So that's showing how far I have it back. That's how that, and I'll show you again. Let's go back to the just HUE again here. That's about how big it is on my screen. When you see it, you usually see my pretty face at the bottom. So you would generally see it this way. Hi, there I am. That's generally how I have it, so you guys can see how the screen is. You can adjust the focus on the camera there in the front. I think that's a pretty decent picture. And yeah, so like I said, the cable is a problem. Now I'm not having any troubles with it anymore. And then yeah, generally I will pull it back to show you the whole board. So there's the whole board. And now if we switch back to the other one, I don't have this one on a hot link, so I have to go like this to do it. That's about where I have it. So you can't even see it in the picture. If I raise this up, there, now you can see it. And there you go. That's generally how I have it for when I'm showing you the board. So I know this wasn't a huge, long video. It was just more or less, this is how I have things set up for my HUE camera, to show people how to do things. But yeah, if you like this, OBS is great. I love OBS, so that's what all I use to do my stuff. So there, I'll show myself on the screen. So close, near, and then if I show you on the Logic on the 2 cameras, well, that's the boom camera on its own. That's whereabouts it is. So there's Logitech HUE. That's both of them together. And then, and then far, so about there. And what's nice is this is a gooseneck, so you can just move the gooseneck around any way you want. Yeah, once I replace the cable, like I've had this thing since I started the channel, shortly after that, so it's got to be a good more than 5 years. Got to be 6 years. So, for how long I've had it and how much I paid for it, I think it was like $80 at the time. It's been a good camera. I got to put some googly eyes on it because everybody calls it ET, but that is it. It is a really nice camera for this. If you have a Model 24, I don't recommend it because it doesn't show up very well on that. That's why I have my Logitech on the stand here. Yeah, it's moving that other one. So, yeah, these the amount of cameras I have is insane here. So this is my Logitech, which I used to film my face with. That was my video for this. And now I have, we'll just do that. And I don't know how well you can see it because it is light out. But there, you can see the little light right there. That is Wally. And so, yeah, we got all three going right now. You can see all three on the camera. And, yeah, that is my general setup. And then I used this one before. This one I now have hooked up to my work computer. And so that's what I use for when I do video conferencing on that. So, yeah, I've got everything set up here. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. And I will talk to you later. Bye.